Hey guys, this is Jamie. Welcome back to my channel. I don't actually know if I say that. Anyway, this is Jamie. So today we're going to be talking about a subject which I was really curious that I couldn't find certain things on. So I wanted to talk about the alpha man, and I found it really interesting that I couldn't really find sort of like a channel for alpha trans men. And then it caught me thinking that actually we were ahead of this. We were ahead of the alpha, sigma, whatever, epsilon dude. Because we had back in our day the art of transliness. And it was pretty much the art of manliness, only a bit more douchey, I think. And it was really, really kind of focused on how to be a sort of straight, cut edge, shitty alpha dudes. I mean, I understand that back in the day that was pretty much one of the limited sources we had. And I remember they had this like enormous article which was about how to pass, and it was obnoxiously detailed. And it was something like you have to wear like XYZ jeans, otherwise you won't pass. And this was back in the day when pretty much it was very trendy for trans dudes to wear three-piece suits. And this was back in the era of Tumblr as well. So I'm really remembering like when I was probably even before I came out as trans. Yeah, I'm really trying to think, but probably, yeah. So it was really weird back then. Or like when I just started coming out, somewhere around that. So, and this website was like hella toxic. No one was coming for it. It was very sort of straight oriented. And in general, like, I remember it was mostly straight guys everywhere when it comes to like trans spaces. And or like online, even though like when you'd go to an LGBT group, you'd see more sort of a variety. So it's really interesting. And I remember there were like blogs and there were certain things like, for instance, like girlfriends of trans guys. And in general, like if you look at it right now, I'd even say the mentality of all those art of transness or whatever, they were really kind of like the same bullshit you see in these alpha male stuff. Only everything was kind of coded in this whole sort of idea that because we were born as women, we understand women better and we are better than cis guys for women to date, which is still something that you can still find in our community. And I do understand that, for instance, when it comes to like dating and stuff like that, I'm not the best advisor right now because I've been with my partner for like 12 years. So yeah. And also, like, I was really thinking about this the other day, and I recently, like, I had a hookup with a person, and then I realized that I'm actually not really as invested I am into like more non-binary partners, I guess. And it was really kind of an eye-opening moment for me because then I went to have a hookup with someone who I've hooked up before, and it made me realize that this is a very weird situation where I feel like when I hook up with single people or like people who are not cheating on their partners or who are not in an open relationship, and I guess quick side note, in Portugal it's really, really close to impossible to hook up with someone who's single. Everyone's pretty much cheating. It's unavoidable. I don't know what's happening. Like all these years pass, I I pretty much I've heard all different sorts of explanations. And obviously because I got taken and I was off the single market at a very young age. Not a very young, it was like my old latest teens. Mid late teens. I kind of always had to see like my friends go for singledom, or like in general like consume media, and I always found it interesting that people really kind of feel, and obviously before I found my partner, you kind of feel that there is literally no one there for you. And right now, instead of like people accepting, I feel, their singleness, or trying to date more, I feel like there's this aggressive sort of alpha culture of like, you deserve to be dating. And it's really not how it should be. It's more like there is a person out there for you, or people if you're poly, or maybe no one if if that's what you truly, truly desire. So I really wanted to say that. And when it comes to like all these alpha shit, it's really kind of really weird, daunting, um, time consuming bullshit, really. So yeah, I found that really interesting in a way. But yeah, and it kind of feels like when you talk to like, maybe because people don't feel as comfortable talking to me about their single issues sometimes, I find that interesting that obviously I feel more comfortable talking to people who are taken, or like even when I hook up, it's mostly like taken people who I feel more confident with. Because then you have the whole like, oh, I don't know, it's just a different vibe. Like, I was even thinking, like, even the cheating people seem to be more sane than the single ones in hookup situations. And I was like, why? The cheaters should be the bad ones. And so that kind of goes back to this topic of what is going on with single people. And this is a very weird thing to ask, because I understand that in this case, I'm in a place of privilege. I have a partner of 12 years. I'm in a open/poly relationship where my partner understands my needs. I understand my partner's needs, and things are going great, fine, whatever you want to call it. And then obviously, like, I have single friends, and they talk to me, and I see that they obviously don't feel as confident or comfortable talking to me about their single struggles, because, well, Jamie's over there getting laid, like, by partner and by others. And like, I even try to make a light subject out of it sometimes. And I know I'm very digressing. I really was thinking maybe I should just like sit with my legs crossed and title this video me rambling. But it's really interesting that there's sort of like, because back in the day, like, you'd watch movies and in general, and you'd have like people complain that the couples don't like you, and I always found it the opposite way. I feel like I want to help people who are single. Sure, I've had my periods of like, let's make single person A be with single person B that I know, but it's fine to just approach me and talk to me about what's, ailing you at the time being. So you're gonna be like, Jamie, okay, but why are you talking about this? Because at the end of the day, all the alpha thing, all the men are trash, which is also, I'd say, like the alpha female or whatever. It's all about trying to overcome singledom. And this is why I went on a massive rant, because this is all about overcoming singledom. And it's really weird that people are really losing their shit. And I understand that I'm not single, so I'm really not the right person to be discussing this. But I am a person who's observing singledom from afar, and I'm like, y'all need Jesus. Not everyone, but you need to calm down. Like, the right person will come at a certain time and space. Well, that's my belief. So yeah, that was pretty much what I wanted to say. And when it comes to like certain alphaness, it's just massive bullshit. But I do have to say that I watched a video on these alpha dudes, and he ended up not being transphobic, saying that you can be alpha if you're a trans guy as well. And I was like, that's very nice of you, sir, but you're still spitting the alpha bullshit. But I just wish people would just trust themselves, have more confidence in themselves, obviously. Go out there, and obviously it isn't as easy to solve. I can't just click my fingers and like, for instance, in myself, like not be anxious or depressed or bipolar, or I don't know. I can't grow like 2 meter balls right now before my fall operation. So yeah, I really wanted to say also a quick note of like thank you for everyone who has been subscribing so far, who has been leaving comments, who has been leaving love everywhere. Feel free to reach out to me on any of my links below. I don't know why I'm getting a bit of the YouTube algorithm, but it's really sweet, so thank you, YouTube. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, please give it a thumbs up, share it. That really means a lot to me. And if you want to subscribe, that helps me more than it helps you. And you'll also get to see my face and obviously notified when a video of mine pops up again. But it's usually like every Sunday, let's be real. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.